I don't run these things. I just
Okay,
show
we're
up.
recording. Nobody say your social security or the credit card info. Don't say your address. Don't say your name. Or do.
355
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
55
whoa.
4269.
I was with you until 4269. There's no way that's how your social security ends. There's no
Oh,
way your
definitely
social
not.
security would end
It's
that
v-
cool.
No,
it's
he was just
definitely-
saying numbers.
Yeah.
It is possibly somebody's SSN though.
It could be.
That's just random number generation at that point. As long as you know the format of SSN.
Aren't we all? Aren't we
You know,
all
I
just
don't wanna be a part of
RNG
this
and
country
God's
anymore.
slot machine? I don't know what I'm saying.
Can I not? Can I not be an American?
It's really
No.
giving. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be.
I don't want to be.
That fucking song. I don't want to be alive.
Look, it's in my depression list.
No depression list.
No, just a revenge list.
Hands up in the chat if you have a depression list or playlist.
Oh, a
I have
playlist
that.
is different.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Those
I
are two
have
different
that.
things. My friend, we were like, she was going off about this other person, and like she genuinely meant it when she was like, dude, fuck that girl. Eat shit and live, bitch. And the earnest way she said that, I was like, eat shit and live goes so fucking hard.
Dude,
Yeah.
in this economy,
That's-
the worst thing you could wish on your enemies is for them to be alive.
Like, eat shit and live was
Dying's
crazy.
too easy, yeah. Dying gets them out of this mess.
I want that on
Yeah.
a shirt.
Eat shit and live, bitch.
Eat shit and
Eat
live.
shit and live.
I want you to live so that you have to deal with all the bullshit going on every single day. I gotta say, that week we thought he was dead was peaceful because he wasn't doing
It was
anything.
quiet.
It was quiet.
There was a week we thought somebody was dead.
There was a week we thought Trump was dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that week.
Ruby-
He's been alive. This man.
Ruby, when you miss
Ruby,
episodes, do you miss
you
the
miss more than a
entirety of
week.
like the universe?
Yeah.
Ruby is typically doing things outside of the podcast, so that means
So
Ruby's not really paying attention to the world.
This wasn't in the
No, yeah,
podcast. This was world events.
Yeah, and I missed
Yeah,
it
the
even
world.
then.
Oh my god.
I was at Disneyland, okay?
One thing I've learned from doing this podcast, and also the random years of me and Ruby talking fandom drama and other things, is that there are people, not only within the fandom, but in general, the general populace of America, that just aren't paying attention to anything other than they get up, they eat their food, they go to work, and they go home.
God,
that is
that's
it.
gotta be
So
nice.
they are unaware of anything. Well, that's like all they can handle, or all they struggle enough with that. So
Oh,
they don't
yeah,
look
that's
for any
different.
more
Capacity,
shit outside of
yeah.
it. They're like, I'm not looking to care about anything else, which is, it's understandable, but also like that's why we're in the situation we're in.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
I found a crow
Limiting-
at Denver.
Oh hell yeah! I understand limiting. Like, oh, I also watch Bad Guys too. We could talk about that. Anyway, I also understand.
I want to see that.
I also
I still
understand
haven't seen it either.
limiting the amount of info you take in because yeah, shit is fucked. But I also think you can cross into a line of being ignorant, and that's dangerous. Anyway,
I agree.
this going on
Ignorance
top
is
of the way.
dangerous.
There's disconnecting for your mental stability and like health, and there's also making sure you do due diligence about certain things. So
Yeah,
there's a balance. It's again, it should never be 100% one way or another.
true. So true.
You know, a big
bestie.
part of it is like I think I like got off Twitter, and I
Oh.
got a lot of my news from Twitter.
I did too. I follow a couple of
Yeah,
people on Blue Sky that report things, but for the most part, I just follow like
that's
other furries and stuff.
that's my big thing. If it hits Blue Sky, I know it's somewhat relevant.
Exactly.
That's like the first litmus test. I remember me and Ruby, God, we used to be in the trenches in Twitter.
Dude, I like lost so much of my information just you leaving Twitter because we would send each
Yeah.
other shit back and forth, and yeah.
That is
I am
true.
nor ever aware of shit anymore.
You got banned off Twitter, and it was like, oh, we can't send Solace into the trenches to like research stuff for us anymore. It's also got harder on my end of things because, like, there are furries who are still on Twitter, which, why? And second of all, like, getting info for videos and stuff is a little bit harder now that I'm not on Twitter. I still have, weirdly enough, my phone is only logged into my ABDL account on Twitter, so if I ever go on Twitter, I have to use that, but, like, that's the only thing is I'll log into that one sometimes to find information or, like, different tweets or stuff, or tweets that you send. Because, God, if you're not logged into Twitter and you try and open a tweet, it's a nightmare.
Oh my God, they make it impossible.
Dude, I know. Anyway, welcome on in to Bark Bark Meow. My name is Misha.
Hi, I'm Solace.
I'm Ruby.
We did it, guys. What are we, over 100 episodes in? We finally did it.
Oh my God, that's fucking crazy.
I think we are. I think we crossed 100 episodes a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was a while ago, now that we say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we've got...
I like the little yeah at the end of this one.
Yeah. Today we've got
Solace
a couple of
dies
topics.
in the end.
No, you're not allowed to die till the end of the season.
Solace dies because of this one.
No.
That one is good. I like that one.
I love that one. You're a dog. You're supposed to like that one too.
Dude, whenever Maple's outside and she like catches a whiff of something and she just sticks her nose in the grass and is like, oh, dude, it's I don't know what it is, but it's ear candy. I'm like, yes, you go, girl. Sniff away.
Yes, that's how I feel. I'm like, you go, girl. Yes.
Yeah.
I love when Zach's checks on me in the morning to see if I'm awake yet. I can just hear his nose press up against the corner, like the space between the floor and the door, and I just hear like,
yeah.
like I'm like, no, okay, I'm getting up. I hear you. Like he doesn't knock on the door. He doesn't bark. None of that. He just real quick, just a big sniff. He's like, are you in there?
Hello.
Ollie's almost, he's a very quiet dog for the most part. He only gets really excited when I get him out in the morning, which even then I'm working on him not being too excited. And when I get his food, he likes to do little twirls and hop up in the air and shit.
Oh.
But it was right before Anthrocon, like a few weeks before Anthrocon or something. I got horrible sleep because he decided, so at that point in time, it'd been about 5 or 6 months since I've had him at that point, and like 5 months or something like that. He just decided to start being a dramatic little bitch. And I'd put him up, and at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I would hear him. He doesn't whine unless I leave and like leave the house. So he wouldn't whine. What he'll do is he would just huff. So I would wake up at like 2:30 in the morning and just hear,
oh God.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I can tune out so much stuff when I want to sleep, but there are certain things I don't tune out, and I think I'm more relaxed now. But back then, even back then, only a couple months ago, it was like any little thing that was off different with him, I could like notice it.
Yeah.
Like I was so nervous first when I got him and worrying about every little thing.
Oh yeah, same.
Way better now.
I think that's pretty normal when you get a new pet. You just worry.
Well, especially not being a dog dad for the majority of my life.
Yeah, there's that joke that like your firstborn and you're so careful and oh my gosh,
yeah.
And then like the second born, you're like, they're fine.
They're fine.
Yep, we're on that point now where even if something's a little wrong, I give it a few days before I start thinking things are weird.
Yeah.
Nah, he's good, dude. He's doing well. I've noticed it before that if I told him to lay down, which I never taught him lay down, I didn't teach him most of the tricks he knows. He just knows them. I sometimes when I tell him to lay down, he would actually lay down. I'm like, wait, you actually know this? And more recently, I've been getting him to lay down more on command. I'm like, huh.
Well, now you're teaching
this
him.
Fucker, this bitch did have it in his memory from his previous owners or something. Shit.
There you go.
Dogs just pick up on shit really easily. Like
Maybe.
they learn a lot of shelter dogs just know sit and shake because they're like, the people obviously like that. And body language is so subtle with dogs that if they sit and they're like, and they like see your eyes light up, they're like, okay, noted. And they'll just like go with that.
Holy shit, Ruby. The amount of my TikTok has picked up the algorithm of watching like dog trainers.
Oh,
And
nice.
I don't agree with all dog trainers, of course.
You can't.
There's so many that say so many different things, but a lot of them do agree on certain but like a lot of body language from dogs, and it is so counterintuitive to what you think dogs are doing.
Yep.
Humans interact incredibly differently than how dogs do, and so many people are just so incredibly wrong with how they're reacting to a certain behavior that a dog's exhibiting. And I'm like, oh my god, I've been doing this wrong this whole time, or I've seen this happening so much and it's so wrong. Like, oh Jesus.
I tell my classic favorite one is when your dog rolls over as a puppy. Every single person is like, "Oh, do you want your belly rubbed?" And this is the opposite of what they want. They like are kind of intimidated. They want you to like leave them alone for a second. But luckily, and whenever I say that, the owner gets terrified. Like, "Oh no, I've been misinterpreting my dog." I'm like, listen. Dogs are also incredibly smart, and they learn your language even better than you learn theirs. So they roll over on their belly, you pet their belly. That happens 3 times. They very quickly learn, oh, this means touch my belly to the human. So your adult dog might be telling you to touch their belly.
Yes.
But they will go to the dog park and they will talk dog to dogs, and they'll have just a special little language that's just for you.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's
Dogs are
the thing
bilingual.
is laying down and exposing belly is typically a submissive thing, and usually dogs only use that when they're being, like you said, intimidated or like dominance is being shown by another dog.
Yeah.
But like Ollie, just he demands belly rubs from me. He comes over, I've shown the camera, and he flops over. He uses my leg like a trust fall, flops over onto his back and demands rubs from me. So like I know that isn't him being intimidated or submissive, like in a scared state or like in a nervous or anxious state. It is him just quite wanting belly rubs and attention.
Yeah. Speaking of being intimidated, I have to send you guys a picture of Maple today. They're doing lawn care. They do lawn care every Tuesday. And so Maple hears all of the lawnmowers and stuff, and man, she hates it. She hates it so much. Yeah. This is a picture, Misha put it on the screen. This is a picture of her sitting under Argo's desk while the leaf blower is going on right outside our door. It's in a telegram. She was not a fan of it.
So they are replacing all of the sidewalk and road in front of my house. And so there's been a lot of noises recently, and surprisingly, he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, it's funny because
I'm happy about that.
We're OUT. She's sitting right behind me. We're OUT, and she doesn't care about it. And then like, as soon as we're inside, she's like, "This is terrifying. This is the worst thing I've ever experienced." And it's like, I don't know how to tell you that it's okay, and it's the same noise you were just hearing.
The only way that works is exposure therapy and using treats. So you would have to take her out, let her see it, treat her every time she acts more calm and relaxed until she gets to the point where she realizes, oh, calm and relaxed equals treats. And then you just slowly not give her treats and she just is calm and relaxed. But that is a long process.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I was say that does not get fixed in a day. You could try and do it in the house where every time she hears the leaf blower, treat her. And you could say like, oh, lawn care or leaf blower, start associating positive reinforcement to that, so that every Tuesday she's suddenly getting her favorite treats the time she hears this thing, so suddenly it becomes a good thing.
Yeah. Another thing that'll probably help is it's starting to get cool. Thank fucking God. It's starting to get cooler here, which means I can...
hot.
God, we're in the trenches, man. It's finally down in the 80s. It's finally like... It's finally to a point where I can have the window, like, the blinds open. Because I couldn't even have the blinds open because that would let sunlight in, and sunlight hot.
Too much sun.
So we were just trying to keep everything out. So I can finally have the blinds open so she can see out there and see that, oh, that is somebody, you know, she loves people, so that is somebody actively doing lawn care. So maybe that'll help. I don't know.
That might help.
Maybe. But yeah.
I know that my dog, Birch, is like at the fence all the time barking at the neighbor's dog, because apparently there was like an altercation between the neighbor's dog and not Birch but a different dog, but now he's like scared of Birch because he can't quite tell who's on the other side of the fence, so they're barking through the fence. Birch obviously thinks it's a game. Zax doesn't do anything about it, but the other dog, my neighbor's dog, is like genuinely distressed.
Oh no.
But they're not distressed when they see each other in the front yard. only through the fence that they can't see.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. Well,
So
no,
I'm
and
hoping-
that's a whole dog psychology thing. You've probably seen him on TikToks because I do get cute dog and cat videos still, so that's good. The algorithm
I'm
hasn't
getting
banished me
Phoenix
from that yet.
Fox videos, and I'm so
But-
happy.
Misha,
Anyway,
I
sorry.
barely recognize you.
Yeah, I've changed, Ruby. You've missed a lot. I'm basically a Fennec Fox now. I've gone to the dark side.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Yeah, we got some support. Nice. Nice change of pace. Wait, Ruby, have you seen Scout?
A nice change of pace. Are people upset about this?
Solace is
Well,
very
everybody's
upset about
upset.
this.
I'm not not
Do we
a
have to rename it Yip Bark Meow?
no. Misha's always gonna be around.
No,
Or just-
Misha's still around.
But the true Sona question is the big
Yeah,
thing
this
here.
is falling into a true Sona moment. I posted it
True Sona.
into the Telegram.
Mhm.
The fans have already
Yeah,
seen
I don't know
Scout,
if you're
and I don't want to bring him up
No.
every episode. So what?
not as sure how we have topics, by the way. But yeah, hi.
We
Ruby.
do have topics.
Not sure how much you've caught up on that whole. Yeah, Misha being a Fennec Fox now.
Well, I know that they are.
Well,
like,
Misha
they-
isn't a Fennec Fox, but
Misha's not.
right,
Scout is.
Scout is a fan.
Scout
Yeah.
is.
The question is, am I Misha or am I Scout?
This I know that this started as Misha's D&D character, and now they have just another alternate persona. Why are you crying
did.
over there, Birch?
It
Yep.
did start as that. And then it was like,
Did you-
well, what?
You changed the name to Birch. 'Cause I don't
The
remember that being the
Dalmatian,
name.
yeah.
I would have gone with Spruce. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha.
Oh,
It
no.
was between Roxas and Birch, and I did really like Roxas, but I think Birch suits him better.
Birch.
Looks like my summer vacation
Because he's a tree.
is over.
Because birches are white trees with black
White
spots.
trees with yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
The amount of people I've had to explain that to is crazy.
Oh no, I get it. I'm just being stupid. I'm not allowed to be stupid on my own podcast.
No. As a matter of fact, we're gonna roast you every
That's-
time you're stupid. Just so I feel
Ray,
better whenever I'm
you-
stupid.
There's literally never gonna be a fucking topic to talk about. It's gonna be just berating
It's just
me.
gonna be.
I want to know what the piss. I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are starting the topic. Let me set the scene, okay? School just
Mm.
got in. College is
Mhm.
back in session, except for Eastern. Eastern
Mhm.
doesn't go till the 23rd for some reason.
Jesus. That's lame.
Yeah, it's really weird. So college is back in session. Everybody's going back
Mhm.
to their fall semesters and getting ready to go. There is a town in Washington called Pullman. In this town is Washington State University, or WSU, or Wazoo, whatever you want to call it. The Cougs. It's where Argo went to school. An account shows up on TikTok.
Mhm.
The account is called the Pullman Pisser, and it posts a video of them standing in the middle of a football field with foamy, slightly yellow liquid going onto the field. In my opinion, it looks pretty real, but obviously, you can't tell because you can't see the source of where it's coming from. But if they faked it and made it look like fake piss, it was pretty convincing looking. And
also,
so
making fake piss is that's crazy. That's another thing.
that is
That's
crazy,
fucking
yeah.
insane.
And so this video gets posted. And people are like, what the fuck? And now this is showing up in other universities. We've got the Pirate Pissers, the Whitman. There was another one. I can't remember. There was one for Whitman, I think. Just basically anything that starts with P gets piss or slapped on the end of it, and somebody's pissing somewhere on the campus. There was the Gonzaga Gooner, but that one was obviously like a bottle of lotion. That one also crosses a very distinct line of cannot do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't piss in public either, and if it is real piss, you did just post yourself committing a crime, but the gooning on something is objectively worse. But so this triggers two imposters, two copycats. There are now 3 Pullman pissers on TikTok in Pullman, Washington. One of them specifically tags their video with, I think it was Go Huskies or something, because the UW Huskies, they tagged it with whatever their slogan thing is. That is Wazoo's rivals. So we have an inside man in Pullman pissing on the campus for UW. Now, obviously, we can't let all of this go on the loose, can we? Enter the Pullman piss investigator.
I have to pull one.
This is insane already. I am
Pullman
so
piss
fucking
detective.
invested. I am locked
Pullman
the
what?
fuck into this.
This there is now a Pullman piss detective.
Okay, give me 1 second so I can just drop in here. Do you think this is how the Masonic Lodge and the Templars or whatever started their own little society things?
Pissing on things? Sure.
Well, no,
Sure.
this is the modern day of how they
is crazy.
just a bunch of dudes pissing, and then they're
that's how we've always
done
it. That's how my dog
just start this
things.
thing called the Masonic Lodge together.
So
this is the fucking modern day version.
Now we have a new account, the Pullman Piss Detective. Keep in mind, everybody this entire time is using Dexter memes and Dexter pictures and Dexter sounds, okay? So this entire thing
Dexter,
is
the bloody guy?
Yeah, the show.
The serial killer.
Okay, so Dexter memes are on the table.
Dexter memes are on the table. And so the Pullman Piss Detective is posting things, and he posted a video of him at a football game, panning the audience, and was like, it could be any one of you. I'll find you. I'll find out who's doing it. There's another video of him in class where they've got an anonymous thing on the board, and someone says, I am the Pullman Pisser.
Incredible.
So there are people theorizing that the Pullman Pisser is actually the detective, and he is investigating himself to get people off of his trail.
Oh, that just helps the Dexter.
Can we be a fucking true crime podcast? Can we edit this like a true crime podcast?
Edit it
Gary?
like that? Gary does not get paid enough to edit it like a true crime podcast Patreon down in the
Damn it,
description, by the
Gary!
way. But no.
Oh, I meant to click Gary.
That's close enough.
Gary.
Hey, wait, can I combine these? Hang on.
Gary.
Gary.
Okay, that was it. That was it. Gary.
Run.
No, the problem is we don't have any sponsors that we can cut to at a very inopportune time. We can't be a true crime podcast.
I had a
until we have
super
that.
emotionally inappropriate time too.
Hey, furries out there.
Her mother cried for 6 days.
I was about to say, and his mother.
You know what helped me is a cup of True Blue coffee.
A cup of True Blue, and it's like
which leads into the sponsor of this video,
right? The mother was the first to find the body. The mother walked in and saw her once loving son. His eyes now blank, bleak, and dead.
And his eyes wouldn't have been blank with sunscreen, sunglasses, UV protection.
I was gonna say. She fell into a deep depression, which she could have avoided with today's sponsor, BetterHelp.
Exactly. Oh damn.
Whoa.
Deserves a Vine boom.
Oh my god.
Fucking crazy work. Anyway, that's the Pullman Pisser. I do want to say the newest one I've seen is the Capitol Pisser, and it was somebody pissing in front of the White House. And I gotta say,
I am
turbo-based.
I am going to need an update on this.
Okay, I'm
gonna need it on my table by.
All right. I'll make a fucking bullet point thing. I will investigate this. I do have confirmation.
Pisser Chronicles.
Argo's brother goes to WSU.
Mm.
There is a non-zero chance that Argo's brother is the Pullman Pisser.
That is true.
Now, Argo directly asked, and his brother said no. But how do we know that his brother would trust Argo enough with that information?
So for legal reasons, as a proper true crime podcast, these are just allegations.
These are just
I
allegations.
am just a podcaster. I'm not a lawyer. These are just my personal opinions.
I'm just an uwu
but
soft
if you
boy
ask me,
accusing people.
He definitely fucking did it.
I was gonna say I'm just an uwu soft boy accusing people of a serious crime.
We want everybody to know.
That was
it's
like
always the janitor.
It could be.
It's never the fucking janitor. It's never the butler either.
Speaking of TikTokers doing heinous shit involving true crime, do you guys remember when the Idaho murders thing was going on?
What was?
Were we talking about the TikTok psychic bitch?
Yes, it was
there was an update on that.
I do.
There's an update on the TikTok psychic bitch. Wait. For our viewers, First, tell us what the TikTok psychic bitch is.
Okay,
we did talk about this a long time ago, I believe.
Yeah, but they didn't listen to every fucking video.
That's true.
The guy.
Why didn't you though, chat?
The guy who did the murders, who I will not say his name because he's a narcissistic prick and does not deserve to be remembered. He, murdered these people, and there was this one TikTok quote unquote psychic that was like, oh well, their friends were involved. Their friends were involved in the killing, and was like very serious, very pressing on these allegations. And there was zero evidence. I want to be crystal clear. Zero evidence that anybody she was accusing was involved, other than they knew the people, and I think one of them was one of the roommates that didn't get murdered. But like, the point being, and so the guy gets arrested. I think he's got life in prison. I don't know. I don't care. Rotten hell, you stupid bitch. But like, now it's just like, she was just making all of these serious claims with zero evidence. And obviously, stupid people online were believing her and harassing survivors of this and harassing those who knew those involved, and just like throwing a bunch of shit their way in a time where they just lost 3 of their friends.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Well, that's why the reporting on these like mass shootings and things needs to change 100% along the ways, because sensationalism during those times are gross and awful. They shouldn't. I agree. It shouldn't be like political. You shouldn't, or in these cases, like this is like you're putting it out there and like letting people be attacked. So really, the really big one, Misha, was that there was a professor that had literally
I forgot about that.
Not connected to this at all.
That's
basically
right.
TikTok psychic bitch went on to the school webpage, pulled up staff, and just scrolled through names and said, I felt a feeling when I saw this person.
Thank you. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And that's why there was a big defamation lawsuit against her and everything, because this professor got harassed. It also, like, she got thrust into the national spotlight to something that was connecting to something horrible that she had nothing to do with.
Other than, like, I think the only thing was, like, he was either in her class or was a TA or something like that. I think that was, like, legitimately, like...
There was a very light connection.
Yeah. But not enough to be like, oh...
No. And it was
Speaking of TikTokers
gross.
being incredibly weird and ruining people's career, have we heard about the TikTok lady that is accusing her psychologist?
Oh, that's a crazy one, yeah.
Holy shit,
this one's insane!
The one where she's like, he's in love with me, and she was like, he was just trying to schedule an appointment or some shit.
No, he led her along, and
he led her on.
Yes.
Ruby,
that is a whole ass story.
I was gonna say, Ruby, tell the story.
Ruby,
wait,
yes.
Did we want to finish up our first?
The Pullman pisser?
Update. No. The update on the TikTok psychic wasn't done, was it?
Is there like a concrete update other than she got sued?
Yeah, just very recently.
Oh yeah, give the update.
There's more. Okay, yeah. First do that.
Let me write down Ruby's thing.
I thought that was it. Let's hear it.
August 31st of 2025. It's on Atozy. Atozy's the one I get all these updates on when I watch YouTube.
Love YouTube.
Or A2Z. Why? I don't know. Yeah, it's been 2 years, and I believe the judge threw out everything about her and all that stuff, if I'm correct. She lost her case. Her whole thing has been she's going to be proven correct all this time, and she never was, and it's all falling apart. But I don't see TLDR, so I come back Friday during the afterbark, and I'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, because that was a big part of it, where she was like, oh, it's going to be proven at some point along the line that the teacher was involved. It's going to be proven, guys. And then it wasn't, because the teacher wasn't involved.
Because it had nothing to do with that teacher.
Dude, that's awesome that we can just log online and say whatever we want, even if it, like, destroys people's lives. That's awesome.
Come on, guys. Do you think people would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
You think people would do that? Yeah.
The problem is that, yeah, she's getting justice. Like, I think that she's going to end up in actual trouble over this stuff. But there's been damage done to this, professor that will never be undone. This will be something that this person will, even years from now, will probably wake up from a nightmare and cold sweats over.
Yeah.
Just because it's been 2 years now. It's been 2 years of this shit. And it's just finally coming to a head. So
That is so tragic.
So yeah, moral of the story: don't do true crime podcasts. And if I get it, true crime is entertaining to a certain degree, but like, read the room on the type of true crime you're consuming. Make sure the person that's covering that sort of thing is actually covering it respectfully, and not just like, here's the tea, girlies. Somebody was brutally murdered by getting their head cut off by a buzzsaw. Like, make sure they're not.
I really like Eleanor, the way they cover true crime, because they spend a really good portion of the video talking about the victim and their life and the things leading up to it, who they were as a person, like their loved ones, and like almost to the point that you kind of forget that we're talking about a murderer, because I think that's what it should be about. This is a horrible thing that happened, but we shouldn't be talking about the murderer. We should be talking about the person this happened to and all of the people that this affected.
Yeah.
And it's debatable whether you can name names or not, because on the one hand, people need to know who the villains are, right? But on the other hand, we don't need more fucking Jeffrey Dahmers and their weird fan clubs.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is the person in the Idaho thing wanted to go out as like, he didn't want to get caught, and the family's giving the like closing statements or stuff because they got to speak directly to him. They were like, they just straight up stood up there and called him a fucking idiot, and they're like, you're so stupid. I can't believe you didn't get away with this. You were so sloppy with your evidence, and you're just a dumbass. And they were just like, you're not going to be remembered for being some crazy mastermind because you're fucking stupid. And they were hitting a narcissist right where it hurts, because he wanted to be this big, intimidating, scary force, and they're just like, you are nothing. You don't exist. You're just
Janine,
you're just like an absolute dumbass who did this in the dumbest way possible, rot in hell. Like, and
eat shit and live, bitch.
Eat shit. Yeah, he does, because I think he did get life, but yeah, it was just crazy watching the statements from the family, because it was like they got him exactly where one of the people, I think it was the sister of one of the victims, straight up was like going over like quote unquote questions that she hopes that he asks himself while he's in prison. And they were questions that he had posted on Reddit before the murders. She went and found his Reddit account, found old questions that he posted asking about like murder stuff, and read them to him in the courtroom. And it was just like, holy shit, dude. Like, if you get a chance, like, the statements that she gave were just like so good. God. Anyway.
Honestly, power move.
Oh yeah, incredible power move, because he wanted to be this big, scary force, and they were just like, you're nothing. We're not afraid of you. You're, you're a loser. You're a nobody.
Boo, Janine.
Boo, Janine. Anyway, the psychiatrist, Ruby, take it away.
Yeah. Insane behavior.
We've decided that this is going to be a let's talk about TikToks.
Apparently, yeah. I am.
It works.
Do I name this the Pullman pisser though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Name it the Pullman pissers in love with their doctor.
Oh man, that's kind of wordy, but I'll see if I can make that work.
That is kind of wordy. So is PureRubyDragon. I'm used to
Pullman
wordy
pisser.
names.
The Pullman pisser psychiatrist. I don't know. I like 3 P's. But yeah, the crazy lady.
So there's this lady online.
I was gonna say,
and she's on TikTok, and she's making this long story. I definitely don't think she expected it to blow up the way it did, but it has certainly blown up. And it started with everybody being on her side. Like, this is TikTok's audience, right? Like, ooh, a man in power abusing a woman. Yes, queen, let's hear it.
Yeah.
So she starts going off, and she's accusing her psychologist of having a relationship with her where he knows that she is in love with him, and he is in love with her, but in secret. And he is getting off on her, like, admiration. That's what she alleges. And as she continues to tell the story, and I think that's the craziest part of this story, is we only have her side, and still none of us believe her.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, it's because the thread ends up being, I don't know, it's well over 20 videos. I think I heard numbers up into the 40s, not including the live streams that she did in this as well. But like you said, they got you in the first half kind of thing. The first several videos, it was leaning towards, this guy sounds like he might have been unprofessional at best and manipulative and awful and abusive at worst. And then her story continued and it started showing a pattern, and it started showing some big red flags that psychiatrist probably or psychologist probably didn't do shit. And this is all in her head. Tortoiseshell glasses.
Yeah. Oh my God, the fucking glasses. She keeps alleging that he's definitely in love with her, but he never says he is because he's really, professional. And it sucks because that could be a real thing. Like people, true manipulators do know how to like beat the system. It's why when you tell somebody, well, if you were abused, why didn't you
report it? Why didn't you get out?
Why didn't you report it? Because sometimes you literally can't. But in this case, everything she's saying, it sounds like the doctor was reacting exactly as he should. Another thing that makes her kind of an unreliable narrator is she says that her therapist also is getting quote unquote supply from her. So her therapist is also like abusing her long term, and he's abusing her long term, and then suddenly her audience is abusing her long term, and everybody's wrong except her. And then the other part that makes it fucking insane is she starts talking to ChatGPT.
Well, she has been talking to ChatGPT the whole time. And that was the issue.
And ChatGPT is telling her that she's like, update on that. This is a really recent development. ChatGPT will no longer talk to her.
Oh.
And some people don't know why, but they're alleging that ChatGPT won't talk to her because according to ChatGPT's terms and services, once you start having ChatGPT call you things like a god and stuff, it kind of shuts down the AI and it will only respond to you with things like, hey, maybe you should seek professional help. So she's currently trying to get in touch with Charlie being the name of ChatGPT that she gave her ChatGPT. And the other AI she's talking to calls her the fucking Oracle.
Isn't Charlie the same name as the psychiatrist? Didn't she name it after the psychiatrist?
No, it's a very
different,
non-American name.
Yeah. Oh, that's another element to this is she reveals that the she also doxes the psychiatrist on accident.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So he is a Pakistani man, and we're not going to dox him on this podcast, but he's a Pakistani man, and this is relevant because a lot of people are saying, wow, another white girl trying to take down a man of color in the doctorate field. But again, the way she describes the story is insane because anybody could easily interpret it when she's like, oh yeah, I confessed my feelings for him, and he just became so uncomfortable. Yeah, he's not uncomfortable because you're confessing your feelings. He's uncomfortable because you're his fucking patient, my dude.
Yeah.
No, my biggest question about all of this was there are times where she specifically stated to him that she did have feelings for him. And my thought was, well, when as a psychiatrist or psychologist, are you supposed to okay, this is unprofessional and I can't keep seeing you? But he continued to keep seeing her. That was my only point because I did see
Don't worry,
a lot of comments.
There's an answer for this.
There were comments and people. The problem is I can't trust TikTok. People are going to say anything. I don't know what the right answer is here because
I do. I know what the right answer is.
So many people are saying well, professionally, you don't do that. And other people are saying no, he should have. So I don't know what the actual true answer is. My heart says, yeah, if you have a patient that confesses this and it's something that is obviously a persisting issue, you might need them to, not be your patient anymore.
If I remember correctly, I think it's only fairly recently that she finally confessed her feelings. Beforehand, she was confessing, quote unquote, but in a very elementary school, ooh, I have, kind of beating around the bush, that sort of deal. I don't think she ever directly told him until recently. And
so this came out in a live stream where she never directly told him until recently, but in her videos, she makes it seem like he's known this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she makes it sound like she straight up said it to his face which would lead a little bit more precedence towards him, like, liking the attention or whatever. But even still, like, no. But
Yeah, apparently she did it very recently. And
Mm.
another thing that is opposed to him being in the wrong is she alleges that once she tells him that she had a sex dream about him, and she says,
Oh
"Oh
my
yeah,
god,
first I
the
liked
sex
it, but
dream. Oh, I
the
forgot.
sex dream,
I
the sex
forgot.
dream during the full moon while she was ovulating."
Yep.
Jesus.
She says, "Yeah, I told him about it, and he became very uncomfortable, and he said, yeah, but I didn't like it because, like, I can't believe you'd cross your boundaries like that." And he says, "So you do like my boundaries?" In my opinion, this is obviously a doctor trying to talk through somebody's emotions with them. Because she says she had the sex dream and then afterwards she didn't like it. That's a great opportunity to, like, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. So you do like my boundaries. And then the other time when she's like leaving the appointment, again, not because she like wants to, but because her insurance is about to run out. So she
Oh.
yeah, she doesn't just leave to, again, in the beginning of the video, she's like, "I finally left my abuser." Later, she confesses in a live stream she's not leaving him because she thinks it's a good idea. She's leaving him because her insurance is going to run out and she's going to change doctors. So she decides to take one of her last sessions with him, confess her love to him, and then she says, like, "Oh, like, maybe in a year you can reconnect with me and we can, like, actually get together." But that is when she says something like, "You've been making all these moves." He says, like, "What do you mean I've been making all these moves?" She says, "Don't interrupt me again." And he doesn't interrupt her again. That also sounds like a therapist talking out your feelings with you.
Yeah.
And she says, "No, he was just trying to control the conversation because she went to business school." And then it gets funnier because apparently she's also a life coach. So when one of her clients comes out of the woodwork and says, "Actually, you were manipulating me and abusing your power to me," she's like, "Well, why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you just tell me?"
Because I want to talk to my abuser about it.
It was like, all of it is so fucking crazy, and I can't wait to hear about more. But a really sad part about this is this doctor is doxxed, and we will never hear his side of this story.
He can't.
Because due to patient confidentiality, he can't talk about it.
Yeah. He can't. He really can't
anyway.
Defend himself. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think in general, it's in his best interest to not even really acknowledge or talk about it.
It is kind of crazy.
I feel bad for the few people that, like, are, like, maybe calling his wife and shit. You know, that sucks.
Yeah. I do think for the most part, it came out pretty quickly that she was the crazy one.
Yeah, because a lot of the things that are going on and a lot of the things that, like, are being said sound like a normal interaction between a patient and their psychologist. Which one? It sounds like a normal interaction where it's like, oh, they're talking to me about my feelings and they want to schedule more appointments. They obviously care about me. And it's like, yeah, but they're not in love with you. Like, my therapist
It does sound like a normal
me.
interaction, and we're getting this from her.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how much more normal it was.
God, I know. One of the big things was, like, because I remember when I caught on to this story early on, I've fallen out of touch with it, but I apparently have to look it up. But one of the things was she only had to meet him once every 3 months, and he was saying that, like, maybe we should meet once a month. And she interpreted that as, oh, he loves me, he wants to see me more. And it's like, no, he thinks you need the extra appointments because you might need the extra appointments. Like, I was meeting my therapist.
She he was telling her, "I don't need to meet you this often." And she was saying, "No, I want to see you more." And he said, like, "Okay, if that's what you want." He was telling her we should be meeting less, not more.
Oh,
but he also, like, you know, she's his patient. So if she says, "I need to meet with you more," maybe you can't exactly say no to that.
Yeah, because, like,
well, the big thing was he suggested it be telehealth, to do it over like a Discord, Zoom, or something. And she's the one that disregarded that and set up in-person appointments on him through his workplace.
To be fair,
I also sucks.
I also preferred in person when I was doing therapy. Telehealth just kind of sucks for that sort of thing. I don't know.
That's fine.
But I'm
but
also
it's
not
the
in love
fact
with
that
my
he did it.
therapist. So
That's also the problem I have is the fact that he said this, but then she turned around instead of having a conversation with him and having him agree to the in person, she did it behind his back. She just kind of like, nah, we're gonna do it this way, and it's like, that's a little rough.
yeah, this whole
But that's the push and pull, Solus.
that's the push and pull
She
of the
kept
relationship.
saying that. She's like, that's our push and pull. They're like, oh my
God. No, I forgot.
Oh
That makes so
my
much more sense,
goodness.
Ruby, that it was like, he was like, I feel like we shouldn't meet, or we don't have to meet as often. And she was like, well, I think we should. Because, like, there was a point where my therapist was like, oh, I don't feel like we have to meet as often. Are you okay with that? And if I would have said no, then we would have kept doing the weekly meetings.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, where it's like
my therapist is like, hey, you're doing good. I think you're good. Like for 3 months a pop now.
yeah, but I don't even know what to say, man. Holy shit, dude. And
It's
on
crazy.
On one hand, it's crazy and it's fun to be like, haha, funny. But on the other hand, like, she genuinely believes this. These are real people.
So sad and scary too.
Yeah, like,
and a lot of people are talking about how is this evidence of AI psychosis? Like, so first of all, one of the things that I think is exceptionally crazy is she goes into this doctor for ADHD medication, 10 milligrams of Vyvanse. That's like nothing.
I was on 20 milligrams of Adderall. Like, that's
I'm on a way higher dose than that.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. So she's on, and she says, "Hey, am I diagnosed with anything else?" And he says, "Yes, but it's nothing. It's like not bipolar. It's not PTSD. Well, maybe it was PTSD. I'd figure it out. But a lot of people are like, oh, she's crazy. She must have blank. But I don't know if that's the case. I think she would have told us because of how like brutally honest she is.
That's true. Yeah.
The thing is, the brutal honesty is, I don't know. It's funny. I don't know if it's necessarily honesty in the sense that she doesn't realize she's the crazy one. She's just very factual about everything that happened, and then everybody's like, "You're fucking crazy."
Well, it's weird
that
because
is, like,
I guess it's
one of the
honesty, but
cringiest
like
parts of that.
it's like honesty by proxy. Like, how did this happen?
It's like she's being brutally honest, but it's not what actually happened. It's how she interpreted it. So she's not. I genuinely don't think she's purposely lying, unless this whole thing is made up, which, you know, entirely possible.
No, I don't think she is.
I don't think
she's an incredible actress. In which case, bravo, because we've seen it on the internet before, where people will make up these characters and fool us all.
Yeah.
Or she's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think she thinks that she's lying. I don't think she thinks that, like, she's spinning a whole tale. I think, like we're saying, that she is, quote unquote, very heavy quotes, 72-point font quotes, telling the truth. When in reality, holy shit, you know, your brain can tell you some crazy things. Your version of reality can be insane. That's why Trump's in office. But it's just crazy that, like...
Wait. That's the fucking air horn.
That's...
I cannot... There it is.
The amount of comments I've seen where people are like, man, grocery prices are so much lower. Trump keeps winning. And it's like, I want to... editing Misha censor that. But it's just like, Anyway, back to the topic. Sorry. But... Yeah, I don't think she's, like, trying to spin a narrative. I think she genuinely believes what she's telling and accidentally spinning a narrative. And somehow people still aren't on her side. We've only, like Ruby was saying...
some people are. She has supporters.
There will always be people who buy into anything. That's why we have Trump
in office.
And
that's insane.
Yeah, but... So, what were you going to say? Sorry.
There's a lot of people trying to, because it's a very common thing nowadays. If y'all don't know this is all over YouTube and TikTok really bad, where people are just faking everything. Sometimes it's a lot easier to tell than others, especially if it involves actual faces. because like also like Reddit's like swarmed with it. You hear all these like stories that r/ whatever.
Oh god,
99% of them are made up nowadays just to get engagement posts and stuff.
dude. r/nuclear revenge has just turned into like who can write the craziest fan fiction. Anyway, go ahead.
Right, and that's the thing is how can I write this, make me feel like I make this person or make people believe this person was incredibly slighted, and then how do I write a way of getting back at them and make it feel really good? It never happened to those people, or those people don't even exist.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that going around right now, and there's a lot of ways to exploit being abused in these situations to go viral, and then you can kind of make like a cash grab, kind of like.
All right, we're back.
Talked to a girl.
Totally nothing happened, guys. This is a totally seamless transition. So seamless that there wasn't even a transition. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was talking about virality, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and for along with that seamless transition, I'm just gonna quickly plug the Patreon.
Yeah. Misha totally didn't run out of memory on his computer.
Totally separate.
Totally different thing.
Of Misha running out of memory for his computer for a recording. That we do have a Patreon.
We do.
Oh my god!
Down in the description.
I give up.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Anyway, Solace, you were saying before the not transition.
So the whole point about this is like how people have used fake stories or made up things to go viral to turn it into essentially content creation money grab of some sort, whether it be something that is long and sustained or it ends up being a really quick cash grab that they're able to capitalize on. And it's a whole thing that can work out. Like if you go viral, there's ways you can go about it where you can make some quick bucks quick, and maybe you can make something out of it and launch something off of it. But you need to go viral first. And I just based off of the videos themselves, how she's acted and reacted, most people know that she is not genuine, or that she is genuine and that's not fake. She truly believes all this shit that she said. The yoga studio that she worked for, because that was one of the big things she got in trouble for, is she talked to like she did like life coaching and stuff at a yoga studio. They had to can her ass because it was incredibly inappropriate what she was discussing with these people. Because she would charge them for the sessions, and then she would then just talk to her clients about this whole like relationship with her psychiatrist. So like that was a whole thing. Another thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
I forgot about the yoga
based
studio.
on other testimonies that other people brought in about actually knowing her, they're like, nah, this ain't fake. So wild.
That's fucking crazy. Like holy shit.
But it's the sensationalism that is being brought by virality and like what happens in content creation nowadays. Like people are doing some wild shit. Again, one of my favorite things to randomly throw up on my YouTube when I'm like working is Atozi. He's always like picking up like the more egregious cases. So like there was a cosplayer that just got arrested for like felony terrorism charges because because she got ghosted by gamer subs. She got ghosted by one of them or something or another. And her reaction was to then make a post about how she was going to plant a bomb at a booth at an anime convention.
Yeah, you cannot say that.
And so she's been arrested on that. Like, and then you've seen all these other myriad of these TikTokers that, for the most part, a lot of these people don't even really have the money nor the following to be doing this shit. They go into like a Walmart and bash a TV, or they go into they go do something fucking wild.
Oh yeah,
you're just seeing this stuff. It's because they're trying to go viral to get these views and stuff, and then you get a bunch of bad faith people that hate watch it or will even donate just to say stupid shit, and that money ends up in their pockets. Yeah. But most times these people don't really make especially if they're committing crimes, don't make anywhere near what's the trouble they just caused themselves. But this is just kind of like how it is right now. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's people record themselves doing the dumbest shit just for like 5 minutes of fame. And then once people move on and stop caring about them, I got to step it up. I got to do something else that's stupid so that people pay attention to me again. And
that's literally Logan Paul's whole fucking career.
It literally is. Like,
The
fuck,
big thing,
dude.
the big thing about virality and to be successful off of it is you have to get it has to feel genuine, and you need to be like the victim or the hero of the story. You
Yeah.
cannot be the problem in the story.
I
Case in
disagree with
point,
that completely. You can absolutely profit off being the villain of the story. There's so many YouTubers that are millionaires today because they fucking suck.
Yeah.
I was gonna say some, I guess. I don't know too many of them personally because they're not on my feeds or nothing. But I can point towards like there's been 2 events at sporting events where a rich millionaire CEO grabbed the fucking hat from a tennis player that was supposed to be handed to a kid.
Yeah.
He got caught out and he had to resign from the company. Of course, he's getting a golden parachute out of it, but he's essentially completely out of his CEO position. He's going to be fine, but like monetarily he'll be fine. But it's still like that was one of those things where he went viral. The kid's going to get a little bit of like 5 minutes of good fame from it. He's lost his CEO position and is going to have to go figure out some other things. But usually some other random company will go put him in some sort of like way higher up ELT team member.
Did you see the recent one at the, I think it was the Phillies
Yeah, the
game?
Phillies.
Yeah, tell that one.
So that's the other thing I was going to point out is the Phillies one is where it's a dad, and I think I only remember seeing the dad and the boy, but I think there's a couple other family members there. His boy's birthday is coming up in a couple days, so they take him to a Phillies game because he likes the Phillies. And they were out in the outfield where seats where they could possibly get a hold of a home run ball. And a home run ball is hit in their general vicinity. The dad does have to get up and move several seats 8 or 9 seats to the right and down a row to eventually retrieve this home run ball because nobody happened to be right where it was hit. That just shows rough Phillies. Actually, I think it was the other team's stadium because the Phillies had to reach out. I learned about this a little bit. The Phillies had to reach out to make sure that they weren't going to step on anybody's toes if they were to offer the kids some some merch and stuff. Oh, okay. They wanted to make sure it was chill with the other team before they started. Oh, and they wanted to make sure before they posted any of the videos and stuff if the other team was chill with it, which they were. But basically, dad runs over. There's like 3 or 4 people in the vicinity. He's like the first one down. He's definitely the first one to. It doesn't look like much of a struggle. I think he got a pretty good grip on it and got it out of there pretty cleanly. Not much of like an actual contention of who got to it first. Was it stolen or not? There happened to be an older lady. I guess I want to call her an old lady, but there's an older lady.
She wasn't old. It was just like middle-aged, I want to say.
That's
an adult woman.
She did have the Karen haircut. Adult. I do have to throw that out there.
She is the definition of a Karen.
She did have the Karen haircut. I hate to say it.
By looks.
No.
And she runs over, and the dad has gotten back to his kid, give him the ball, is like hugging the kid, and like sharing a really cool moment.
Yeah.
And she comes flying over and starts yelling at the dad immediately. He didn't even see her roll up. He gets jump scared.
He flinches, dude. Yeah.
He fucking flinches hard. She just starts fucking laying into him, telling him basically she said that he stole the ball from her right out of her hand. You can watch the video, make your own decision on this, but the only clear possessor was him after all of it. It was like there was no She did not show any true possession.
Her seat was closer to where the ball landed because she was like up a row, I think. So the ball landed like quote unquote in front of her, but she didn't really have possession of it. The dad did. And yeah. So her original seat was closer. She had a better chance at it and she just didn't get it. And
that's her fault.
Yeah, it is her fault.
How I feel about shit like that is like, let's say I was her and I've been frustrated in the heat of the moment, and maybe I still think once you saw that he gave it to a kid, I feel like
that's it.
I'm like, okay, that's it. No, none of that anymore. Like, oh well.
This is the entitled Karen part of this story. That's the thing is this wasn't some 50-year-old guy getting the ball, pocketing it, and or like celebrating with his bros, whatever. He goes over immediately and gives it to his soon-to-be birthday boy. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a hell of a birthday present to be able to take that home, too. Because, like, there's just a non-zero chance that a home run's even going to be hit in a game. But it's not a great chance either.
No.
And so for that to all work out, for that to happen, and she comes over and just starts laying into him. And the dad, during an interview, was like, I was in a lose-lose situation. I'm either going to disappoint my kid by giving this to her, or I have to look like an asshole and like cuss this older, like this Karen out.
Yeah.
Which is also not a great way to go about it. He said, also, it's not how I want my kid to be raised. So he gives the ball up. It just says sorry to his kid. Well, obviously the stadium makes it right. The Phillies make it right. Harrison Bader, former Cardinal, really, he's always been a good dude. Linked up with the kid later and signed a bat for him and gave him a bat.
Yeah, you got a bat out of this.
Yeah, so he ends up above and beyond. She gets
good.
The ball.
The kid also learned a great lesson. Like it. A lot of people would think, oh, you know, being kind doesn't pay, and in this case, it did.
It did.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't. Doing the right thing doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get something good from it, but it can.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be situations where you're not gonna want to feel like it, but sometimes just do it. I still don't know what her reason for really wanting the ball was. I assume she has grandkids or something she was trying to get that ball for. But that's the thing. The second that ball is not in your hand and you never had possession of it and it goes to another kid, you lost. It's over.
Yeah.
But to all tighten this up in a little bow, I don't think the psychiatrist lady is doing this for any sort of clout or attention. I think she did at one point, especially with the live streams. She was using it to garner that attention and to try and platform it a little bit, but it's not gone the way she wanted, and she's obviously like pretty much despised by the TikTok community at this point.
It has definitely not gone the way she wanted.
No. And she keeps going.
But
yes, this is an active
this is
active
ongoing.
There's one thing I was gonna bring up because it's TikTok related, and I know Misha even responded about it, and I've been thinking about doing it, but I'm lazy. That I thought would be fun to end it on. But it's the sound bit of the Michael Jackson song where a bunch of
if you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. I'm staring at the man in the mirror. Yeah, that one.
Man in the Mirror.
The sound bit that.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's a song. It's a song from Michael Jackson called "Man in the Mirror," and it's a bit that somehow I guess the trend started off with people, just normal people.
I think it started off with like trans people showing their transition. That was the first I saw of it, and then
There's so many good bits that are that have origins in trans people showing their transition.
See, I thought it was a furry trend until I found out that it was a bunch of fucking like Starbucks bitches, basically.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like girls with pretty girl humor who weren't pretty enough to have pretty girl humor, just like using it to bash on furries.
Misha!
Like,
that's so much.
or
no, wait, no, wrong sound. I meant this one.
They peaked in high
pretty
school.
Enough to have
yeah, they peaked in high school. Well, it's just
their
like
highest.
I'm
highest
allowed to be
honors,
mean
they
once
were
a
prom
month.
Queen.
Yeah. Well, their highest honor was getting a 3.2. Like, just fucking yeah.
That's my highest honor.
Same, but no, it's just like people were using the sound, and they would put pictures of random furries. What's weird is they always end up with like Ravala Wolf, but like purple. Because for some reason, if you don't know, Ravala Wolf is like the AliExpress suit. Not that Ravala Wolf is. Ravala Wolf is great.
Well,
but for some reason, every scam
Fun fact,
fursuiter...
that picture is me.
No, it's not.
You just... What?
Wait,
What?
so Rivolo... I bet if I search fursuit, I could just find it. Fursuit.
Yeah, which picture are we looking at here? Because I would be... it'd be hilarious.
The cliche Rivolo, like... They're like bending over. Let me just search Rivolo.
I think
it's more like they're like standing and they're like turning back towards the camera is the one I'm thinking of, because it's also the one that The AliExpress one. Well, see, the thing is, Misha, if you didn't know this, I think if I'm correct, the real Rivolo is more or less bound to a wheelchair now.
What?
Yeah,
I don't.
I thought so.
I don't
Or
think
am
so.
I
I
thinking
think
of
you're
the
thinking
wrong
of somebody
person?
else.
I might be
Last
thinking of
time I
somebody
saw
else.
them, they weren't.
Yeah, I know Rivalo's like not super active in the community anymore, but
They were at FWA.
Oh, were they? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think they
With
just
their,
don't
their
post about
husband.
it.
Maybe
as
I'm
much.
no. I might just be wrong. I swear.
Yeah, I
to
think you're
God,
thinking of
maybe
somebody
I'm
else.
thinking of somebody else.
Okay, this
Oh,
photo.
Anyway, we must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
But hold on, like this photo, the one that everybody uses, like but not that photo because this one's cut off. Like that whole photo shoot. Yeah, that's me.
Why is that you?
Oh.
I don't believe you. I'm just gonna say that now. Why is that you?
It's me. That is me because I had just broken up with my ex and I was staying with Mischief Makers at the time. And they had a suit. They're like, hey, you're like the exact proportions of this person. Will you model the fursuit for us? And I did. And I even remember because they were like, wow, you like know how to do this. And I was like, yeah, I did a lot of DHC back in the day too. And like, I'm just using their little hands and stuff. But like the Rivalo photo shoot that is all over the internet, that is me in the Rivalo suit.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
No, the point is like people are using this trend to like bash on furries. And
yes, that was the point.
It's one, I think we got a little too offended by it. I think at the end of the day, it's just like stupid people with stupid humor being stupid. But on the other hand, I get why, because it's like, oh, let's bash this community that already gets bashed and bullied by everybody. And it was like bullies refusing to take accountability because people would be in their comments and be like, this sucks. You're making fun of people. And they're just like, who cares? You know, and it's just like, enjoy this. This is like the best part of your life. It's all downhill from here, bud. Anyway.
If you don't change.
If you're
gonna keep acting like this, aren't you gonna have some pie on your face later?
Yeah, because I made a post about it. I don't want to share this video. I said the trend trying to hate furries is so funny because 10 times out of 10, the fursuits look way better than the girl who obviously peaked in high school. Because like they always end up using like gorgeous suits, and then it's just like average Joanne on the last slide. Like I'm gonna say the word Starbucks girl, and you're gonna picture exactly the type of people
Misha,
doing this trend.
It's not even June, but the gay sass coming off you today is insane.
Listen, I have been. It's probably Scout. It's probably the Fennec Fox. There's less room in me for the anger.
Your ears are showing is crazy right now. Showing.
God. But yeah. Anyway, that's a good place to end the episode because I do gotta get going. But yeah, I have ZPay pulled up. Thank you so much.
Your favorite TikTok trends.
Wait, Ruby, do you have the music ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much to Natalie Knight.
Okay.
Boy, we have very different.
There you go.
Thank you so much to Natalie Nightshade. Thank you to Pizza Parker. Thank you to Key, Webster, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Half Man, Ambirion, Zombie Brains, Lordiafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Pip the Badger, Rays, Fio Firefox, Corley Dark, Quint Carnelian Fox, and Steam Pony, and Ankaro.
Like Misha cracking up was killing me.
It was good. We got through it. Thank you so much for those of you.
TikTok trends, people? What's going on in y'all's TikTok
Oh God,
lives?
the wedding procession trend was really fucking funny with people like choosing songs for the wedding for people to walk out to, and it was just like way too fast songs. I can't explain it.
I did not see that. I didn't see any of those.
Made me like hyena laugh. I was genuinely crying when I was watching these. They were so fucking funny. I'll send one in the group chat after we're done. But yeah,
my algorithm was like no.
Dude, I was losing my shit. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you're here for the premiere, hello. If you're not, get good. We premiere these every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then afterwards we do an After Bark episode. This is a fun little ditty where we're just like, oh, hello. This is us talking. Hello. This is us talking, live, and it's uncut and uncensored. And yeah.
I'll update you on the TikTok psychic that I think got
Solace
slammed in court.
will update you on the TikTok psychic, and I will update you on nothing because I don't have shit going on. I'm writing a novel, but that's not.
If you bring your favorite TikTok trends, we'll talk about it.
Yes, we will. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Ruby, do you have anything you want to say?
I can't really diss people for not showing up to the premiere because I haven't shown up 6, so.
When are you
I recount my statement.
when are you coming back?
Actually pretty soon because I no longer work Friday nights anymore.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. Because summer's over. Summer's like the
Blink twice if you're okay.
How do I blink? Oh wait, I could
I don't
blink. I
think you
just don't
have
have
a
it open.
blinking
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
How do you
Bye.
spell?